So let me start by talking about a historic moment we had yesterday when Mirabai Chanu won the medal at the Tokyo Olympics. As fellow Indians, I'm sure all of us are very proud of that moment. But as someone who runs an e-waste recycling company, it's a moment of pride for another reason for me. Each and every medal at the Tokyo Olympics has been made from recycled e-waste. Right? Japan recycled 80,000 tons of e-waste to make the gold, silver, and the bronze medal at this Tokyo Olympics. In 2014, after 10 years in the corporate sector, I left my job to start bin bag collecting e-waste door to door in my car. And everyone I met would invariably ask, how did you get into waste? My answer, depending on who is asking, would range from, I could not find an easy way to dispose of my computer and printers, to downright business. The garbage is the new gold. Recycling is a $500 billion industry today, equivalent to the GDP of countries like Thailand, right? Thanks to the supply chain built over hundreds of years, some formal, many informal. Everything that we throw away finds a way into some form of reuse or recycling. Right? Just picture the light strands that we use to decorate our homes during Diwali or the Christmas tree. Right? Ever wondered what happens to those light strands after you throw them in the bin? Right? Most of the light strands and the Christmas tree lights across the globe ends up in a small town called Sijiao in China. Every year, Sijiao recycles 20 million tons of Christmas tree lights alone. Right? Now, how did this small town in the southern part of China become the de facto recycling headquarters of China? Right? Yes, there are factories around the town for whom the copper recycled from these light strands becomes a source of raw material. But that is not the complete answer. If you need to know the real reason why it became the recycling hub, you need to go and speak to the recyclers there, right? And if you speak to many of them, right, everyone will tell that people wanted to make money. And that's it. Right? The top globally, the top 8 waste management companies have a combined revenue of $80 billion. And in the process, they save millions of tons of waste from ending up in the landfills or being released in air or water. What I'm trying to tell you is that we don't have to choose between planet and profit. Right? Both of them can go together hand in hand. Now, many of us have grown in societies where waste was always someone else's problem. Right? Out of sight, out of mind. Right? We didn't have to worry as long as there were enough landfills and we could keep dumping our waste. Right? The landfills kept filling up, first slowly and then suddenly, until it was visible from the space. I wish I could show you the picture of the Deonar landfill fire that caught fire in 2016 for 7 straight days. And so much smoke was generated that the picture was captured from one of the NASA stations from the space. And for the first time before COVID, people in Mumbai wore masks. A very similar alarming situation awaits e-waste, or electronic waste as we call it. Thanks to our need to have the latest gadgets, falling prices, and almost unheard concept of repair, e-waste is today the fastest growing waste stream globally. And India has become the 3rd largest generator of e-waste, at 3 million tons generated in 2019. The Statue of Unity in Gujarat, right, that's 2,000 tons. Imagine that 1,500 times over. That's 3 million tons. And how much do we recycle? Less than 10%. The remaining is being handled in unscientific manner, being dumped in the landfills, and the toxins are entering into our food chain through groundwater and the air. So what would it take to stop another Devnar or increase the recycling rate from current 10% to say 20-25% in the next 8 to 10 years? 7 years in the industry, I believe this boils down to what we call as the 3A framework, right? 3 A's: awareness, access, and assets. Now, awareness is the first step towards taking action. But it's not enough that just you and I are aware, but we need to go out and educate others about the problem of waste. Right? Imagine if each one of us teaches two more, and they in turn teach two more, we have a multiplier effect. Now, but assets are the recycling units. Right? As we generate more and more waste, we need recycling units to process that waste in a scientific manner. Just to put this in context, India generates 3 million tons of e-waste. The recycling capacity in the country is just 1 million ton, just 1/3. The third A, which is awareness, is the supply chain. The supply chain that connects the waste generator to the recycling units. And why is that important? Ask yourself this question. Would you travel 20, 30 kilometers to drop off your phone or a charger to the recycler? Most likely no. And in fact, that's the very problem which drove me to start BinBag in the first place. I could not find an easy way to just give away my computer and printer. Now, it is very important that we make a collection network that makes it easy for people to do the right thing. And this is where the informal sector can come in, given their extensive collection network. And this has two clear benefits. One, it formalizes the system. And two, dignified livelihood for the informal workers. Now, I want you to picture a world where people are aware, they're doing the right thing, we have enough recycling capacity, and it is as easy to recycle your phone as it is to buy it online today. That world would exist at the intersection of hardware, software, and community. We need all three. And that's the world that we are aiming for at BinBag. We work with various stakeholders to generate awareness about waste. We are building digital tools to empower the recyclers to manage their waste more efficiently and make money. We operate 2 recycling units. One of them is located in Assam, which is the first and the only e-waste recycling unit in the entire Northeast. Imagine, 8 states, just 1 recycling unit. I want to leave you with a parting thought. They say that we don't inherit the planet from our ancestors, but borrow it from our children. It is therefore our moral responsibility to leave this place a little better than how we found it. We have already reached a tipping point, and the time to act is now. Thank you.